Last time on World's End Club. I am making all the bad choices this time around. What the fuck? You don't even know who Mike is! I don't even know who Mike is! We have not met Mike yet!
We used a miniaturizing device to shrink ourselves.
What? What?
It's called the weenie fire.
Why does it look like a penis? I'm sorry. Why does it look like a penis?
I love that weenie fire.
No, Nyoro, I love that weenie fire. Yeah! Oh, what the fuck is that? Wow, flight, that's pretty fucking cool.
I mean, my emotions are back.
Huh?
Oh, thank God.
What?
You hang on. I'll bring you what you need.
Oh, fuck yeah! He's back, baby! Greetings, my beautiful viewers. I am the Hunter of Comedy, and welcome back to World's End Club. So last time we had a bit of an interesting adventure on a boat. I did not expect us to go on a boat. And then we actually met Neon. So Neon is, there, and apparently he was connected to Genu the whole time. Apparently his fiance was her sister, and that her sister went to probably be with Neon in Kyoto, and of course that's where we are right now. And it makes sense now why Jenny really didn't want to go to Kyoto. It's where her sister died, So yeah, now we're doing more stuff with the group because Neon woke up from, oh that's right, he told us about how Mike took away everyone's emotions and shit.
How do you feel, Chuko?
I feel totally fine now. Thanks to you guys getting the antibiotics for me. Genu, Yuki, Rachel, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, no need to thank us.
Chuko, you sure you're okay?
I said I'm fine already. I drank the lifeguard that Tatsu gave me. My HP is full.
I found it at the vending machine nearby. Chuko said she was thirsty.
So anyway, you want to get going?
Huh?
Yeah, where are we going?
Come on, Pi, we're heading to Tokyo. I mean, we asked a bunch of people underground, but no one told us how Tokyo is doing.
They just said the people above ground all died. But that's only if poison chemicals are raining onto Earth, right?
And obviously, that's just nonsense. I mean, look at us. We're alive, aren't we?
So then the people in Tokyo...
Don't worry. I'm sure they're fine.
They are not.
So I guess our next goal is going to be Nagoya. If we go straight east from here, we'll hit Nagoya.
Hooray! Chicken wings, miso katsu, flat noodles, tempura rice balls, and eel balls!
Jeez, Mo-chan!
All right, let's get moving.
Aniki, why did he turn away?
Nagoya, Go-Getters Club! Hey, hey, oh!
Yeah!
So, which way is east?
I'll lead the way. This game console has a compass function.
Got it. Lead the way, Pochi.
No prob.
Dude, Pochi's pretty fucking awesome.
Hey, why'd we come to this temple that looks like you'd find it out in the boonies?
It is pretty nice, actually. I like it.
This is Kiyomizu Temple. This place is a national treasure and World Heritage Site, so it's very well known.
Since it was on our way, I felt like stopping by.
You felt like it. So what did you guys think about what Neon was saying?
What do you mean?
He said, humanity no longer feels anger or sorrow. There's no hatred, jealousy, or fear, so it's a paradise.
Oh, come on. That's just crazy.
Yeah. The people living underground didn't seem too happy either.
No, they didn't.
Negative and positive emotions go hand in hand. If you lose anger and sorrow, you lose happiness and joy, too.
Yeah.
That's what hell really is.
Thank you.
If I can't eat good foods and be happy, I'd rather die!
Yeah, the word for paradise in Japanese starts with a Chinese character for fun. So if it's not fun, it can't be paradise.
Nah, you're wrong. A world without sadness is perfect.
Aniki!
I agree.
What? Not you too, Genu!
You guys all know, right? I lost someone precious to me. My older sister. She was everything to me. She taught me all about the joy and beauty of life. I always looked up to her and wanted to be just like her. The reason I love Hosekizuka Theater is because of her. One day she told me, "I'll show you the most beautiful thing in the world." She sat me down in front of the TV and she showed me the Hosekizuka Theater. My sister was just glowing, and in that moment, I felt my own heart catch fire. And it wasn't just because of the Hosekizuka video. It was seeing the heaven written all over my sister's face as she watched. This sister I looked up to so much. What was it she was seeing? I wanted to know the answer to that. I thought if I learned that, I could be more like my sister. That's how I got sucked into the world of Hosekizuka. My passion for Hosekizuka is directly related to my feelings for my sister. But my sister's not with us anymore. Those earthquakes that have been happening, it was one of those that killed my sister.
Yeah.
And it happened right here in Kyoto. At the time, my sister was engaged to a guy living in Kyoto.
Yeah. Neon.
One day, he told her he wanted her to come and visit. He said they'd look for a house together for after they were married. And that's why she went to Kyoto, where the earthquake killed her.
Wait, the man she was engaged to, was it?
Exactly. The guy you met earlier. Neon. I've met him a bunch of times. I used to tag along with Sis when they went on dates. He took us lots of places. I looked up to him too. He was the man my sister loved. So naturally, I liked him. But that's not how I feel now. If he hadn't asked my sister to come to Kyoto, she'd still be alive.
Yeah, but that's not his fault.
You could even say he killed her.
That's a horrible way of thinking.
That's why I hate him now. With all my heart.
But you saved him, so that's obviously not true.
But a grudge is a heavy thing to carry. I really tried to let it go. Over and over, but I just couldn't do. I can't cleanse my heart of the loathing I feel.
Are you really being honest?
Huh?
Aren't you just running away from your grief, Genu? The grief that's eating away at you, crushing your heart. This grudge against him, it lets you turn away from that grief.
No! You're wrong!
No, I think Pochi's right. I love Pochi. Pochi's awesome.
Then why did you protect him? Yuki told me all about it. You saved his life underground, right? If you really hated him so much, you wouldn't have done that. The grief of losing someone is kind of like a knock.
A knock?
Yeah, a sign from the deceased. It's their way of saying, I'm here. Listen to me. The door is the tenderest place in your heart. It's fragile and easily damaged. So, if someone knocks there, it's really painful.
That is a beautiful analogy. I like it.
But you can't ignore that knock. You can't pretend not to notice it. I mean, think how bad they must feel. The one knocking on that door. They don't want to be forgotten. Go ahead and cry if you feel like it. Just let it all out. Tears are proof that your sister was alive and that she's still alive inside your heart.
My sister. I loved her so much.
That's why Pochi wanted to come here.
Hey, is this really the right way?
I'm sure of it. We're going straight east like the compass says.
Neon!
What are you doing here?
I wanted to say sorry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
It's fine. After all, you were the one that found the antibiotics. I'm super grateful.
What's your problem, Kansai? Still not convinced?
He lost his emotions because of Mike. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah, but
Neon, we found a flyer back in Kobe. Does it have something to do with Mike?
Yeah. Mike used the monitor drones to drop those things everywhere. It's to lure people still living above ground to come to Kyoto's underground.
Why is it trying to lure them underground?
I'm not sure either, but I think it's got something to do with sunlight.
Sunlight?
When you get exposed to sunlight, your emotions come back.
Oh!
That's why Mike is trapping humans underground.
So, the thing about the poisonous air is...
Of course, it's a lie. Mike has been spreading lies to keep people underground. I think that's why I still had some emotions left.
What do you mean?
There's a certain place I used to visit from time to time. So I was exposed to sunlight more than the others. But it's forbidden to go outside for us undergrounders. So I would have been in big trouble if I'd been caught. That's why I ran when you first saw him. I didn't realize you guys were the ones following me at the time.
But what did you keep going above ground for?
I told you, didn't I? To get to a certain place.
A certain place?
Well,
Oh,
it's where my love lies sleeping.
Visiting her grave.
The underground exit. It comes out near Nanzenji Temple, where her grave is. I sneak out to visit her whenever I can. After all, it's my fault she died. 'Cause I asked her to come to Kyoto.
Still not your fault, dude.
It used to be when I thought of her. It felt like my heart was being ripped out of my chest. It hurt so much. I could barely even breathe.
but then Mike took the pain away. That's why you called it a paradise.
Yeah,
Huh? Wait, don't you find that odd?
Find what odd?
You used to go above ground to visit her grave, and because you were exposed to sunlight, you kept some of your emotions, right?
yeah.
That means when you first visited the grave, you should have had no emotions. It makes sense, right? You wouldn't have been so then why did you want to visit her grave?
I heard a voice.
A voice?
I think it's an otherworlder. That thing spoke directly into my brain.
Wait a minute. An otherworlder?
Yeah, what is that?
Another word?
No, I said an otherworlder. I'm talking about people that live in another world.
Yeah, this is confusing to all of us.
Of course, I knew you guys weren't gonna believe me, but it's the truth. I listened to that voice and went to the grave.
But maybe that was Mike's voice.
Nope, that can't be. Mike and the Otherworlder are enemies. The Otherworlder is trying to defeat Mike.
How do you know?
It's what the Otherworlder told me. But it also told me they can't beat Mike on their own. It lives in another world, so it can't come here itself. There's just one thing it can do, and that's communicate with X-types.
X-types?
People of this world with powers that let the otherworlders communicate with them.
So you're one of the X-types then?
No, I'm not an X-type. I'm just like a receiver. It's a one-way ability. Not the same as the X-types, who can send and receive.
Oh my god! Pochi, Pi, and Rachel are X-types, and I think that, possibly, Vanilla is this other worlder.
And I heard the X-types are immortal.
What?
Immortal?
Yeah. No matter what they do, X-types don't die. That's why the Otherworlder wants to use their powers to defeat Mike.
This is getting even more confusing!
This has to be the silliest nonsense I ever heard.
You have no idea how much this could be real.
But I'll play along, okay? So where are these X-types?
I don't know.
You don't know?
But there is one clue. Here.
X-types have an X on their forehead?
That's what the Otherworlder told me. Back then, my emotions were still hazy, but I told myself, I can't forget this. And I wrote it down, so I'll give it to you. You guys are gonna continue your journey, right? Then you may bump into some X-types.
Huh.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna find a way to get the people to come up above ground. But if I mess up, I might get hurt bad. Or worse.
Don't say that!
It'll be fine. This is my own personal mission. I got lots of friends underground. I can't abandon them. No matter what happens, I gotta do what I can to save them.
Neon. Neon, I'm so glad you're really back.
Huh?
I mean, the Neon I know is finally back.
Oh, yeah. Sorry for worrying you, kid. Still wearing that leader badge I gave you.
Yeah, but...
Taking it off. Yeah.
Hey, why you taking it off?
Seeing you again, I feel embarrassed to wear it. I'm not the true leader you wanted me to be. But that doesn't mean I give up. On the day I'm gonna earn the right to wear this badge with pride, I plan on coming back here so you can see for yourself.
Okay then. I'm looking forward to it.
Aww.
I just want to know one final thing. How does your chest feel now?
It hurts. It still feels like a hot knife stabbing deep into my heart. And I'm gonna keep that pain right here close to me. And live with it. For now, and forever.
Thank you. Hearing you say that makes me feel better somehow.
It's kind of fucked up when you think about it. Oh, you're in pain because you got my sister killed? Good. Maybe now I won't hate you. The fuck?
Okay, you guys. Be good.
I make no promises. I've done not so good things in the past. That was nice though. That was really nice. I enjoyed that. Camping time!
Supposedly, a brilliant Japanese scientist created Mike. That's what Neon said, right? I didn't know someone capable of that existed in Japan. Do you think that person knows how to stop Mike? The earthquakes that have been happening these past few years, Genu lost someone special because of it, without any warning. Because of an earthquake weapon? Some say it was an experiment.
Oh, that big X in the sky. What was it called? Parthenon?
No.
You mean Panopticon?
Yeah, that. it wasn't a hallucination? It actually exists, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Supposedly, it's invisible because Mike camouflaged it.
So that panna cotta thing.
The Panopticon.
Ugh, it's so hard to say. Man, couldn't it have had a better name?
Panopticon means Omnipotent Monitoring System. Normally, it refers to a design of a jail. It's got surveillance towers with guards surrounding the cells to watch them. That way, the guards can keep watch over all the cells.
I don't really get it. But what does that have to do with the X?
I think it's because it's similar to what the X functions as. It's also a device Mike made to keep watch over the whole world.
Ah, I see. That's why the ponycopter...
Panopticon. So I guess this whole world is a jail watched over by Mike, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's the point.
That's horrible.
It is.
Actually, it makes me feel a little relieved.
Huh?
It's proof that things exist, even if you can't see them. Right?
That's the point.
Vanilla does exist.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen Vanilla in a while.
Yeah.
I wonder where she is.
It's a good question.
Every time I see a bonfire, I can't help but remember Vanilla.
Yeah.
Remember how she loved to roast marshmallows? And then, now that I think of it, during the Fate game, Vanilla's task was to eat marshmallows, right? Fate game, Vanilla.
Yep, she's close to remembering.
Thanks to Neon, we know the Undergrounders were acting strange because Mike stole their emotions with nanomachines. Nanomachines, huh? That's horrible. Rachel, do you know about nanomachines?
I do, actually.
They're incredibly tiny machines. Do you know how small they are?
Microscopic.
They're minus 1 by 10 to the 9th meter small. Smaller than a cell. The size of an atom, that's small. And you can't see them or tell if they enter your body. In other words, they're like a virus. The people invaded by Mike's nanomachine, they lose their emotions as if a virus is eating away at them. And the Undergrounders are the result of that.
Damn.
That's horrific.
It is.
Neon said the Undergrounders will get their emotions back if they get exposed to sunlight. I wonder what that's all about. Maybe the sun's ray kills the nanomachines in the brain. Maybe Mike's nanomachines are vulnerable to UV light. Kind of like vampires. Or, by feeling the sun, maybe the immune system gets activated.
That would make more sense because if they're inside the body, they'd be protected from UV rays.
And the nanomachines get purged from the body. In either case, it seems like neither Mike or its nanomachines are invincible.
Which is good for us.
You remember I voted to go to Osaka, right? It wasn't because I wanted to go to Osaka. It was because I didn't want to go to Kyoto. Like I told you before, I lost my sister here. Usually, I don't think about her when I'm with you guys, but when I see Kyoto, I remember, and it's so painful.
Yeah, I bet it is.
But now I'm glad I came. I was finally able to grieve for her properly.
Yeah.
I was finally able to face her death and let it go.
Which is very good for you.
How was Neon able to regain his emotions? I've been thinking about how it happened. Was it because he was exposed to sunlight? No, that's not it. Neon's emotions returned underground. Huh. So do you think this could be it? When I first saw Neon, he pretended not. He was afraid that, by talking with me, his own grief would overwhelm him. Of course, fear is a form of emotion, so Neon did have some emotions left.
That would make sense.
And he instinctively threw up a wall around his heart to avoid the grief. But when I saved him, his wall came crumbling down.
Yep.
All the stored up emotions came bursting out again.
Overpowered the nanomachines, I'd say.
Well, at least that's my theory.
It's a good theory, I like it.
So it looks like Genu has superpowers too. Rachel, where do you think these powers are coming from?
I have no
A
idea.
hidden power that's inside people? Evolving in response to danger? Or a side effect of the nanomachines might spread around? Huh? You think I'll get them next? No way.
You will, though. You are
I'm
next.
sure I don't have any special powers.
You do, though.
But if I could have a power...
Ah, now he's thinking about it.
So Vanilla's ghost wanted to go to Osaka, right? Oh, I'm not saying I believe it yet, okay?
Damn it.
But if she did exist, I'm not afraid of ghosts.
I'm not afraid of no ghosts.
Anyway, I wonder what Vanilla needed to do in Osaka.
I still don't know. I still think that maybe her body could be there.
Oh, I know. I bet she wanted to eat all the food.
She's not you.
She wanted to eat something before she died. If it were me, I would turn into a ghost just to eat some.
Yeah, that's not the...
I'm so jealous. I wish I'd gone to Osaka too. All we got to eat here was boil in the bag curry.
No, yeah, that's true.
If we'd gone to Osaka, we could have had takoyaki and okonomiyaki.
No, we wouldn't have.
The monitor drones Neon mentioned. He said we can't see them, but they're flying everywhere. That means there are some around here watching us. I don't like it.
I don't like it neither.
It makes me nervous being watched like this. And what are they supposed to be doing for us anyway? It may be some kind of super AI, but all it's doing is watching? Protecting people? What a lie.
Yeah.
If that were true, how come it didn't protect her?
Yeah.
Let me ask you again. Are you sure you saw Vanilla's ghost?
Absolutely.
I mean, a ghost? It must be a joke.
Yeah, well, I still can't believe it. If you think logically, ghosts just can't exist.
Yeah, if everyone became a ghost after they died, the whole place would be swimming with ghosts. It's just hard to believe in ghosts at this age.
And even if they did perhaps exist, we can't touch them or see them. So there's no reason to think that they exist.
Wow, that's really rude.
But with that logic, you can't prove
Yep.
You can't prove a negative, huh?
Yep, I remember us having this conversation
But
before.
Mike wiped out emotions for world peace, right? But I don't know. If you don't have emotions, is that really peace?
Stagnation technically is peace.
You're so stupid. A dweeb like you should know at least.
What did you say to me?
There, you see? That's you all over, Kansai. You're all about emotions and gut instinct. It's why you're always screwing stuff up. Jealous of Rachel. Annoyed at Mochan. Mad at me? Snapping at Chuko? You can't control your emotions, so you're always making trouble, right? Emotions do cause conflict, and that's why Mike stole them.
Well, you got a point. Aniki, You're right. My personality is always getting me into fights. But since we came to Kyoto, I finally understand without emotions, mankind might as well be dead. Without jealousy, you can't grow. And without sadness, you can't be nice.
Yep.
Without anger, you can't even point out other people's mistakes. Aniki, you got mad before, so you straightened me out, right? I appreciate it. Seriously, thanks. But Aniki, you gotta fix your own bad attitude or people are gonna hate you. I'm not gonna lie. You really ticked me off.
Huh. I guess I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh no, that was good though.
X-type. I was thinking about what Neon said. X-types have an X on their forehead. I still don't get this whole Mike thing or this X-type thing. And I only half believe Neon. After all, that was a lot to suddenly dump on us. But the phrase X-types have an X on their forehead is kind of bugging me.
Why?
It sounds cool. Kind of like a hero in a comic book. Hey, Rachel, do you see an X on my forehead?
No. Take off your hat.
No.
Ah. I wonder if Yuki has an X on her forehead. We just haven't seen it.
Mr. Rachel, I told you underground I was a fan of the Hosekizuka Theater, right? Miss Genu and I bonded over it earlier.
Yeah. I never knew you were a Fuki Yamami fan, Yuki. I mean, Yamami's the top actress for playing the men's roles.
Yes. Well, I didn't think you'd be a Risa Hamafuna fan either. Hamafuna is the top actress for the lady roles.
Of course, there are a few actors for the male roles I love too. But Hamafuna is so elegant and beautiful. She's so charming.
Her voice is so wonderful. It makes my heart tremble.
Exactly. You're amazing, Yuki. You really get it. Seriously, nothing makes me happier than this.
Really?
I
Nothing?
never thought I'd find someone in the Go-Getters Club I can talk about Hosekizuka to.
I wish we could have more people join us. I wish the others could see how amazing Hosekizuka is.
Wow, there was a big change in that sound quality.
But I don't think they'd get...
That's not true. Where there's a will,
There's a way. Yeah, I guess I should try. Will you help me, Yuki?
of course.
Okay then. Rachel, let's start with you.
I've had enough of cults. I do not need more.
Okay, let me start by telling you the history of Hosekizuka.
Please no.
Hosekizuka Theater was established in 1913.
Rachel, just... Oh no. What have I done? Well, I think that's everyone. Yuppers. We are moving on.
You guys have a moment? I, kinda remembered something super important.
Oh, you too, Pi? Same here, actually.
What?
It's about how humanity lost their emotions, right?
Oh, well, no.
Then me too. Me too.
Wait, what?
I remembered too.
What? What do you remember? What are you remembering that I'm not?
I think the signs were there from a while ago. Probably about 3 years ago. I think people gradually started to lose their emotions from the summer of 1992.
People in class suddenly started to act cold.
They laughed and cried less and less each day.
Back then, I thought maybe that just means they're all growing up or something.
But it wasn't that. People were starting to lose their emotions.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And it wasn't just kids that it was happening to.
The teachers, parents, and other adults too.
The only ones that were left with their emotions were us.
We laughed a lot. And we also cried because of how cold everyone else had become.
Yeah, I remember Kansai going off on everyone with, "How come you're not laughing?" Swinging his bat around like a crazy person.
What a nut.
You're one to talk.
Anyway, it was April 1993. They'd gathered us all together in that classroom in Tokyo.
You're all terrible children. Absolutely good for nothing. That's what the teacher said, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't for the reasons we thought. It was because we still had emotions.
And that's how the Go-Getters Club came to be. That's how we met each other.
Oh!
But how come we'd forgotten that up to now?
Our memories were stolen when we were in the pods at the amusement park.
So are you saying it was the mastermind that made us play the fate game?
Not really. In fact, I'm sure that's wrong.
How can you be so sure?
'Cause, you see, the mastermind that made us play the fate game was... Vanilla!
Huh?
This we already knew, but like for everyone else, yeah, no, this would have been an interesting time to learn that. But no, in this route we also found out like how they became friends. That's fascinating. Oh, okay. Paying respects. Okay, I think this is going to be different then. The same and yet different.
Hey, Pie! I know I'm being a pain, but tell me one more time, why would Vanilla make us play a fate game?
I told you so many times already. I don't know the details.
Pie was the first one to wake up and come out of her pod. And you talked to Vanilla then.
Well,
Listen, I need everyone to play the game of fate. Everything's all ready, so we just need the others to come out of their pods. There's not much time, so I'll keep this short. Anyway, this is the only...
Yep, everyone was brainwashed, but why?
I'm sure we were all brainwashed at that time. And to fix that, we needed to be exposed to a life or death situation. I guess Vanilla knew that.
But why would Vanilla tell Pie that?
Oh! That... Don't worry. Okay, I know I said so in a way, but...
Oh, right. Yeah, 'cause that's all the same.
So, Pi, you were the safety mechanism.
yeah. You know how Vanilla is a ghost, right? So I guess she needed some... A ghost, huh? As a daughter of a scientist, it's hard...
So then...
Yeah.
I do too. What?
Yeah,
Of course we didn't.
And Vanilla said...
Nope.
I'm just gonna skip until we get to, like, you know, new stuff. If there is any new stuff.
Can I... What the heck are we doing at the Great Buddha in Nara?
We were heading east from Kyoto, right?
How did we end up in Nara?
Did we make a mistake and come south?
But how would you mistake east and south?
Pochi was the one navigating. Pochi said his console has a built-in compass.
Maybe the Earth's geomagnetism is messed up, and because of that, the compass didn't work right.
Huh?
Or maybe he is the traitor that led us down here.
I swear. Believe me.
Well, plenty of weird things have happened, so it wouldn't exactly surprise me.
The earthquakes don't seem like they'll calm down either. So maybe the whole Earth itself is screwed up.
Oh.
So what should we do now?
It doesn't change the fact that Nagoya should be our next target. If we're going to Tokyo, we have to pass through Nagoya.
If we go from here, would it be east, northeast?
Yeah, let's head that way for now. Even without a compass, if we know where the sun is in the general time, we can infer the direction.
Then let's just go, huh? Playing around with the deer here won't get us anywhere.
Yes, the deer that don't move.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we're off to Nagoya.
Well, that was weird. We went to the Buddha statue and then left. I'm so very confused. The Hoosier Crush thing. All aboard. I'm gonna check these real quick and see if there's anything different here, but I don't think that there will be. So, give me just a second. If there is anything different, I'll let you know, but otherwise we'll be going to the next choice. Oh yeah, now the moment.
I'm not going to just stand here anymore and let you hurt my friends!
Oh, he can hear her. I think he can hear and see her. Yeah, I can push the SOS button this time. I actually want to see. Did it say something different in the text boxes? Oh, what should I do now? Wait, I know this situation. If that's the case, then this is really bad. If I stay like this, the future will be set. But I need to decide immediately. The answer I chose was push the emergency button. That's right. This future has a chance. It's super dangerous, but I have to take a chance. Please let it work. Here goes! Yep, here it is. Something about this future having a chance, which is interesting. Ah! You just smack at it repeatedly.
Hey! What are you doing, Rachel?
Hey, everyone, can you hear me?
Hoochie! What's
We're in trouble. The train's hydraulics are in bad shape, so the brakes are about to give out.
What?
What do you mean the brakes are about to give out?
Big brother, please don't do anything stupid! It's no good. He can't hear me. Oh no! What should I do?
Well, let's get this started.
Yeah. Bring it on, monster! Protect them. I'll never lose anyone again.
Yeah!
Is there? There? My precious friends!
Aniki's ability. What is his ability, I wonder? Oh, fuck! Damn! Oh, shit! So the train derails either way. Better not be dead, I'll be pissed.
Where is he?
I don't see Pielope either.
Everyone, look! Over there!
Pi and everyone else?
Sorry I was late. That train's brakes were broken, so it took a long time to slow down.
Who cares about that? The important thing is Aniki okay?
Yeah!
Bro, that was reckless!
Of course he was, but that's Aniki!
Seriously, don't scare us like that. Aniki! Aniki, you stupid fool!
Oh, that's beautiful. He's scared for him. Oh. Yeah, looks like this will probably go to whatever the second end is. Oh boy. Has everyone awakened to their powers, actually, now that I take a look at it? Chuko has, he has, he has. She has not. Yes, yes. He did. He awakened, but apparently it hasn't counted yet. It hasn't changed yet. Genu has, Pochi hasn't, Pi did. So Pochi, Yuki, and Vanilla. I'm gonna count Aniki because technically he has, you know. Oh, no, I don't want to skip. No, I do not want to skip. Almost did by accident. Oopsie.
I wanted to ask you something, Vanilla.
What?
Did you make me lose my memories in the undersea theme park?
No, that was a coincidence. I didn't think that would happen.
That's funny.
I was going to explain everything later, but I just couldn't say it because something was bothering me. Sorry, I'm still debating whether to tell you guys or not.
You should tell us!
You want to know more about hyperamygdaclear?
Sure.
Let me tell you about what happens when you eat it. Hyperamygdaclear is the potent version of amygdaclear. Amygdaclear repairs the memory area of the brain to cure the brainwashing. But hyperamygdaclear can cure an even more powerful brainwashing. You see, humans naturally have the ability to see objects in the spirit.
I don't think we do.
Huh? I don't get it. You know how babies stare into space sometimes? That's what's going on.
I don't think that's how that works, but maybe in this universe it is.
Cats do that too, right? But for humans, as we grow older, we lose the ability. That's because, as we grow older, we brainwash ourselves into thinking ghosts don't exist.
Oh, God.
And that's why the others can't see ghosts. The reason you see ghosts is because you're probably hard to brainwash. So, hyperamygdaclear makes the brain go back to its natural condition.
Weird.
More accurately, it's not making you see what you can't see. It makes you see things that you were naturally able to see.
Weird.
I really hope we can find the hyperamygdaclear.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that plot thread, you know, from a while ago.
Come to think of it, Pielope mentioned something. It said something like, I'm going to punish the traitor. Traitor? I wonder what that means.
Rachel, let's not worry about that for now.
I'm very worried about that, Vanilla. Why are you not telling us about this?
For now, Pielope and Mike's goal is to capture us and brainwash us again.
Okay. What up, Aniki?
Maybe that's my secret power. When I thought I had to protect everyone, something just welled up from deep in me. Rachel, did you feel the same thing?
Hell yeah, bro!
Thanks, Aniki. It's 'cause of you that we're all still around to smile like this.
You should thank Tatsune first. When I saw him go rushing into the fight, I couldn't just stand there.
Then it's thanks to Tatsune. And you too, Aniki. You both were amazing.
Yeah, Tatsune was something, but your powers were off the hook too, Aniki. Everyone's getting all these insane powers one after another.
We're kind of like superheroes.
No, I think it's a bit different. Superheroes can usually fight on their own. Our powers aren't like that. They only work when we try to help each other.
That's true, actually.
My powers have a major weak point.
Yeah.
I can't blow fire without Caramucho potato chips. No. It has to be Caramucho. Caramucho's spiciness is the perfect amount, even though it kinda hurts.
They're so addicting you can't stop, right? It's like girls that might fly off the handle, but then they do something nice and guys just swoon. Do you get it?
So a tsundere.
Anyway, I need to get some Karamucho.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get more of that.
Rachel, I don't want you to tell Chuko, but I'm the one who ate her Karamucho.
You moron! You fool!
What?
Ah! Chuko!
I heard that. So, it was you, Mochan.
I'm so sorry. I got really hungry.
Then why did you just leave the empty bag?
I thought you could at least enjoy the aroma.
You're a dick.
What the? How did you come up with that? Better not do it again, ever.
I'm really sorry. Next time, I promise I'll throw the bag away after I eat them.
Point is to not eat them. God damn it.
I was just remembering some old times. It was after I died. Just like that, I was dead. And when I woke up, I was standing alone in my room. I was kind of in a haze, and I just kept going to school. Thinking back, I guess I couldn't accept that I was dead.
I don't think you're dead. I think you're like... I think you have some kind of astral projection ability.
In the beginning, my head felt so foggy. It was like I was inside a living dream. At school, I saw my brother, Nuro, Chuko, everyone. I was happy just being with you all. But eventually, my mind started to clear up. It was still a long time before I truly realized that I was dead. I was right there next to you all, but no one could see me. No matter how much I screamed or cried, no one could hear me. I felt so lonely. It hurt. And that's when Pai and Pochi noticed me, and they treated me just like the way they always did. I was so happy. I realized how important friends are, and I cried and cried and cried. Later, I realized that after you transferred to our school, Rachel, you could also see me. The reason I'm still here is all thanks to you three. If you guys weren't there, I would have gone nuts a long time ago. Thank you so much for noticing me.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Oh my god. Like I said, I don't think she's really dead. I think that she's just like astral projecting or something.
Me during the Game of Fate? No, I wasn't brainwashed then.
You can't brainwash a ghost, I don't think.
I mean, I am a ghost after all. The ones who weren't brainwashed back then were me, Pochi, and you, Rachel. Pai should have been brainwashed. I wonder if the reason Pai wasn't so evil was because she thought it was a prank all to the end. I think my brother's brainwashing was the deepest and worst. I think the brainwashing depends on your emotional health. I think it also pulled out the abilities that were sleeping in you. You know how my brother seemed kind of smart then? Usually, he absolutely stinks at his studies. But he can do it if he puts his mind to it.
Good to know. She has so many.
Why did I want to go to Osaka? Well, I found out when I was investigating about the amusement park. But in Osaka, there are people who built a community without Mike noticing. And I found out that there's a person there who can talk to ghosts.
Oh!
I figured if I talked to them, a lot of things would be answered. So after I left you guys, I went to Osaka alone. It was so hard finding them, but finally, I managed to do it. They're a resistance group fighting against Mike's reign, and they want to stop Mike, so they're researching how to take him down. They're really knowledgeable about Mike. All the information I gave you guys about Mike this afternoon, I heard from them.
Well, that's good to know. Why do we not go back to Osaka then?
Oh, when I was investigating the amusement park, there was one place I couldn't get in, even as a ghost. Where was it?
The amusement park.
Man, his transformation sure was shocking.
Shocking.
I know! That goody two-shoes Tots soon.
You never know with people.
Was it that weird?
Nah, we mean you were super cool.
Yeah, you were heroic.
But it was rude the way you called me ugly. But I do always talk lots of smack too. So I guess we're even.
You guys?
Sparks were really flying. I mean, with all that electricity.
Where did that confidence come from?
The suit.
I don't know. But when I thought I had to do something, I just naturally...
We're still alive today because of Tatsune and Aniki's awakened powers.
Yeah, everyone appreciates you too.
Thanks, Electro Ranger Black. You are a true hero.
Mike is an AI who stole mankind's emotions. That's what turned the world into what it is.
Yeah.
Mike was the one who abducted us and put us into that undersea theme park. There's the saying from Hosekizuka, a theater I love and respect. The biggest sin in this world is to take advantage of human emotions. I will never forgive Mike.
You probably shouldn't. Mike seems like an asshole.
Pielope was a robot. That's what Vanilla said, right?
Yeah. I don't know why I answered. Nyoro can't hear me.
Vanilla was the one who made the Pielope we saw during the Game of Fate, but the others must have been made by Mike.
Yes, exactly.
Your programming skills are amazing, Vanilla. I always knew you had the talent, but...
Aw, shucks.
Maybe your abilities got better after turning into a ghost.
Come to think of it, you may be right.
You worked so hard for all of us, even after you died. Sorry for putting you through so much, Vanilla.
Thanks, Nyoro.
Oh, that's nice.
About the diesel locomotive, I fixed the hydraulics so the brakes work now.
You're amazing, Hochi. Thanks to my dad's influence, I learned a little general engineering, but your mechanical skill and knowledge is the real deal. You did the main fixing of the locomotive. Everyone thinks you're just some game freak, but I'm telling you, you're a genius with machines. I'm sure you'll be a brilliant engineer someday.
No, it's not that big of a deal.
Yes, it is.
I just happen to know a few things.
Oh, he's shy. Oh, I think that's everyone, though. Oh, my God. I wonder what's next for us now. I have no idea what we're going to do now.
Wait, I don't see Vanilla.
She said, I'm going on a walk. And then she went in that direction.
A walk? I see.
Aniki, is it really okay?
Is what okay?
You were holding your left leg earlier. It's injured, isn't it?
Don't worry. It's nothing.
Aniki, why were you so reckless?
Well, you know how Tatsune gave it his all to protect us? When I saw that, I started to feel ashamed.
I didn't mean to...
No, that's not it. You see, back there, I heard Vanilla.
That's enough already! I'm not going to just stand here anymore and let you hurt my friends!
That's when I finally saw the truth, that you guys were right from the beginning. And that means, up until now, I've been a real jerk, huh?
Yeah, you have.
I took it all out on you guys for no good reason. And so I couldn't forgive myself. I'm sorry about everything I did.
It's okay.
Yeah, as long as you're all right now.
I don't know what my problem was. After Vanilla died, I felt like I lost.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Hey, can we lose this stupid strawberry-covered blanket?
What's wrong with it? Anyway, no one else is around.
Yeah, but...
You're getting a free haircut, so stop complaining. Gosh, big bro, you'd really be lost without me. I'm always waking you up in the morning so you don't oversleep, picking up your dirty clothes and throwing them in the wash, sharpening your pencils, tying your shoes, cooling off hot ramen. It never ends.
I get it. Jeez.
No, you don't get it at all. What would you ever do if you lost me?
Huh?
Things have to change. You have to learn to do things on your own. Or... Hey, what's the big deal? Come on, it was just a joke. A joke. Don't worry, okay? I'll always be by your side to help you out. Until the day you get a nice wife, that is.
Oh, I love it. Oh, it's adorable. He's gonna marry Pi after this.
And then one day, she was gone. Just like that. All because of me. All because of me. Hey, Yuki. If I eat a hyperamygdaclear, I can see vanilla, right?
Oh, yes.
We hope so.
It grows in the western area of Tokyo, right?
Yes, but...
So you're down to look for it, Aniki?
You bet I am. There's something I just have to tell her. I want to see her again. And tell it to her directly.
Nyoro, Pochi, how's the train coming along?
We're done.
Now that the brakes are working, I think we can get to Nagoya at least.
To Nagoya?
I don't think we have enough fuel to get to Tokyo. So we need to refuel in Nagoya.
Oh, well, whatever. We were always going to stop in Nagoya anyway.
Now then, we need to get a good night's rest.
I'm not tired one bit, so we can take off right now. Why don't you guys sleep while I drive?
Are you sure?
Yeah, leave it to me.
Oh, Pochi!
All right then. Once everyone's ready, let's meet at the train.
Then Rachel and I will go look for Vanilla.
Yeah, thanks.
Vanilla? Where have you gone? I have found you.
Oh, there you are, Vanilla. We're going to take off soon.
Oh, okay.
What's the matter?
Oh, just thinking about some stuff.
Oh?
You know how Pielope was saying, I'm going to punish the traitor? I was trying to figure out what it meant by that.
Huh?
The thing is, there's some stuff I've been thinking about from way earlier.
And?
And that's why I couldn't tell you guys the whole truth. Because if Mike learns about it, that'd be bad too, right?
I don't get it. What do you mean?
Don't tell anyone about this, okay?
Okay, what's this about, though?
Sure.
Promise?
I promise.
I promise.
You see, maybe, just maybe, it might be one of us in the Go-Getters Club.
Well, yeah.
What might be?
Mike's conspirator.
What?
Damn. Mike's conspirator, huh? I think that possibly the traitor is Yuki and that she doesn't know that she's quote-unquote a traitor. I think that she went over to their side for whatever reason, but I don't know what it is.
What? It can't be! Nagoya was such a bustling city, even though it's so close. How the hell is this place the exact opposite?
Kansai, look!
Shirakawa Hiromi. Who the hell is that?
How do you get Hiromi out of that?
Oh, well, that's That's what my mom called it back in the day.
This is Shirakawago, a village in the northwest of Gifu. It's a tourist spot known for its scenic beauty and for its village of gasho-style houses.
Oh, wow.
I see.
It's so heartwarming.
It's very nice. I would love to visit a town like that. It's like the Higurashi anime, you know, like that town out in the middle of nowhere.
No time to get caught up in beautiful scenery.
Seriously, I thought we were heading to Nagoya on that train.
Pochi, what's going on?
Well, I don't know either.
What?
I mean, I was sure the train rails led to Nagoya, but before I knew it...
Before you knew it? Come on now!
It's not my fault. I couldn't use the compass, and it was night, so there was no sun.
That's why you couldn't tell the direction.
Yeah.
Okay, now Pochi's making himself more suspicious.
Hang on a minute.
Pochi's making himself more suspicious by the second. You know, and I kind of always suspected that for some reason.
This is northwestern Gifu Prefecture, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right! You're totally right! Didn't I tell you? Hyperamygdaclear grows in the western part of Tokyo and one more place. Northwest Gifu!
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Then that means...
We might find some hyperamygdaclear here!
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much, Pochi.
I think Pochi brought them there on purpose.
That's why you brought us here.
That wasn't my plan.
Hey, Pochi! Is Vanilla saying something?
Yeah. She seems super touched, so she's crying.
I guess Vanilla feels the same as me.
Let's split up and look for the hyperamygdaclear.
Right.
Oh, but before that, I'm going to tell you once more. When the wind blows, hyperamygdaclear makes a distinct sound. Ba-da-da-da-dee-da-dee-da-da.
The fact that she can say that so quickly is amazing.
The angel's voice, right?
Yes. So if you hear it, it means the hyperamygdaclear is nearby.
Got it. All right, then. Let's start looking.
Got it!
I'm going with Aniki.
Aniki, you okay?
Huh? About what?
Everything?
Well, I just want you to know I've noticed you've been limping on your left leg since we got off the train. Your injury from yesterday is still hurting, huh?
Shut up. I'm fine.
You're not fine.
See? I knew it. Hyperamygdaclear grows in the mountains. You can't climb with that leg like that. So, let us look for the hyperamygdaclear while you rest, okay?
Rest? Did you say rest? No way in hell! I might be able to see Vanilla soon!
I'll always be by your side to help you out. Until the day you get a nice wife, that is.
Oh.
I have to see Vanilla. And I have to apologize to her. So please, just leave me alone.
I can't do that! I worry about you, Aniki.
Why?
Because you're a hero to me.
Oh!
Here, you can have this.
Huh? But isn't this your textbook?
Yeah, but I don't need it. It's not like I ever use it anyway.
But,
Just take it. Man, that was really nasty what they did. Coming into the classroom to steal your textbook? They sure got lots of free time.
I know if I say this right out of the blue, you won't believe me. But I can see things normal people can't see.
Ghosts, right?
Oh. So you knew?
Yeah, the whole school's talking about it.
But some people don't believe me. They call me a liar and a fake.
Oh.
It hurts.
Of course it does.
I don't know how
many times I've had to rebuy my gym clothes and school shoes.
The fuck?
It was to the point I was just going to go into class barefoot.
I think it's friggin' awesome. You can see things others can't. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, you believe me?
Of course. You're a member of the Go-Getters Club, and besides, you don't look like someone who'd lie.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't think they'll do anything to you anymore.
Why not?
Don't worry about it.
I threatened them.
And then, someone told me a little while later. They said you went and beat up all the guys that were bullying me. That's why you're my hero, Aniki! How can I just ignore your pain?
Yeah! How dare you tell her to ignore your pain, asshole?
Fine. But even so, I can't just sit around. I'm going with you to look for the hyper-amygdaclear. You okay with that?
As long as you promise me you won't overdo it.
Sure. No problem. Let's go.
Yeah. Fungus among us, that's what it says. Nice. Looks like we're gonna be getting into Aniki's stuff next, but I think that this is kind of the perfect place for us to end it after we've done all this new stuff and everything. Like, we've finally gotten back to, like, where, like, we need to go and everything, and, you know, we're advancing toward a new ending. Maybe, like, the only other ending. I don't know how many endings there are, but, like I said, when we get another ending, I suppose we'll find out. But either way, thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you being here with me. This has been a lot of fun, guys. I've really enjoyed this game a lot. And like I said, now we've got very few people that don't have their powers. Aniki is going to be getting his in this next little segment. Yuki, I figure we probably won't get hers for a while. Vanilla, I'm not sure when we're going to get hers. The only other one is Pochi. Pochi's the only other one who I don't know. So, yeah, we're slowly getting everyone's powers, and I figure that once everyone awakens, that's when you get, like, the true ending of the game. But I'm not quite sure how or when that's going to happen. So, either way, next time, we are going to be hanging out with Aniki. We're probably going to use his superpowers next. Looks like he, like, has some kind of, like, ground smash or something, and I can't wait to see what it is. So, yeah, we will definitely find that out next time. As always, please like, comment, subscribe if you are not already. Ring that bell for all them notifications and until next time, have yourselves a beautiful day, my beautiful, beautiful viewers.